episode number 223, The World of Camaro as We Know It. Welcome to the Camaro Show,
a podcast about all things Camaro and GM Performance News.
I'm Chris Frezza.
And I'm Jason Debler.
We're your hosts for this week's episode of the Camaro Show. Want to be part of our show? It's easy.
Just leave a message on our voicemail hotline at 586-486-3182.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Help us out, Oppenheiser. You're our only hope.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Camaro Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Jason.
And we have a special guest with us as well in the studio.
Another
one.
Jason.
Who is this?
Jason.
Jason from?
Camaro News and the ZL1 Registry.
Ooh.
Yeah, welcome to the show. You've been on the show a couple times in the past, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just recently found an old interview with him when we interviewed him at BBOMG 2011. It was for the plant tour.
Yeah. I sound like a dweeb.
Oh, no.
But you're good.
It was
You're a good voice to have on this episode because you got a lot of knowledge in your head about certain things.
Rain Man.
Yeah, he's like Rain Man. But
Got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're glad he's here to help us talk about it.
yeah, the little sound clip you heard when we first came in here, we're gonna talk about that a little later. But
It was well done.
yeah, there's a lot of news that came out this week, including quarterly sales figures, another bombshell that dropped from Muscle Cars and Trucks about a future model. What else we got going on here? We got some voicemails.
Yeah, we got some voicemails, which is probably going to be reflective of what we're going to talk about before the voicemails, but we might hear some counterpoints as well, which would be cool.
Yeah. So let's talk about quarterly Camaro sales first. And that is, well, let me just read the numbers here.
Yeah.
This the numbers came out this week for Camaro. Camaro came in at 12,433 units in the second quarter. That's down 8.5% from 2018, where they produced 13,588. Down 3.4% year to date over 2018 at 24,516 compared to the 25,380 they sold last year at this time. People aren't buying Camaros right now, and there's, I don't know. We've talked about this so many times.
Yes, we have.
So many times. But we got a refresh coming again for 2020 with the LT1 model, which is like a 0SS in the model. So,
yeah.
Jason from Camaro News, what do you think is the sales figures going to be for 2020?
I think they're going to have a record-breaking year.
Yeah, really?
With all this news and crazy stuff that's been coming out, plus the front end, I think that SS is going to do a lot better. And with the lower price points, I think that they're going to have a shocking year. And this news of shelving and all this other garbage is going to go away.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how much more we can talk about it. I mean, they moved a quarter, so now we can talk about it every 3 months instead of every month, right? But I don't know. I tend to stay more upbeat. I'd like to say that I'm sure they're probably not losing money on the Camaro. I'm sure they're making money on it. We're not seeing,
but maybe not enough.
But we're not seeing huge dealer still, we're not seeing like huge $3,000 off, $7,500 off. You know, you go in to buy a truck, you go in to buy certain other models, and they can give you like up to like $10,000 off sticker. I'm not seeing that with Camaro.
I see
Not
that
yet, anyway.
In the Bay Area, I've been seeing it on 18s. So
$10,000 off on 18s.
Yeah, the dealer. Well, I don't want to give their name, but they got 18s, and it was like Hot Wheels, and it was like 2SS car, and it was like sticker was 54, and then you can buy it for 41. So it was like 11,000 off MSRP, but those are on the 18s.
But they're not advertising these in the paper.
No, and if you go on cars.com, you'll see them. But
Yeah, but like normally what happens when GM leaves money on the hood, they come out with a monthly thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, $7,500 off this model, $7,500 off this model, 15% off this model. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that at all, especially here in Detroit where you have, 12,000 GM employees right down the road who are always looking to get a model. I'm just not seeing it. Just not seeing that. But
Not yet anyway, and I don't even know if we're going to. It just doesn't seem like it's something that they need to do. But I don't know. I'm so torn with all this news going on.
Well, let's get to the next news then. Another bomb dropped this week from Muscle Cars and Trucks. Exclusive 6th generation Camaro Z28 canceled. That means that they were working on it. I don't know. So there's a reason why the clumsily named Camaro Z011LE wasn't called the Z28. Today, Muscle Cars and Trucks is first to report that General Motors was indeed working on a 6th generation Camaro Z28 that would have capped the lineup of the most capable muscle car Chevrolet has ever built. This program has been canceled according to sources. That only adds salt to the wounds. From what we read last week, and we interviewed Manny, who's the author of this article as well. Camaro will run its course by 2023, leading to another hiatus for the iconic nameplate, as plans for the 7th gen have been shelved. In those 4 years, there will be minor updates and some visual effects like the Shock and Steel Special Edition and Redline Edition we've talked about several weeks ago. Here's some of the interesting thing. This is like the meat that I was looking for, because there were some other outlets who were reporting the Z28 was coming, but they were guessing what power plant and what they're going to use in it. Well,
right, yeah.
In this article, it says the 6th generation Camaro Z28 was also slated to get its own engine unique from any General Motors vehicle on sale today, called the LT3. It would have had a displacement of 6.6 liters, a higher red line than the LT1, and would have been naturally aspirated. In short, it would have been a spiritual successor to the legendary 427 cubic inch LS7 in the 5th gen Z28 and C6 Corvette Z06. The engine program was also canned in November 2018. It wasn't disclosed to us if the LT3 would have been more powerful than the 650 horsepower LT4 found in the ZL1. Interesting. So let's break this down. Is there room in the 6th generation for Z28, another track car?
I don't think so. Just because why would they produce it? Why would they make it? For what reason? It wouldn't be to increase sales, because it clearly would be just like the Z28 in the 5th gen, where it was just like a very limited, not limited, but very low selling, low volume vehicle.
Is this going to be more used as a halo car to get people in the showroom?
Kind of like the Z28 in the 5th gen, I would think so.
Yeah.
You know, that this is the extreme capability. The thing that really gets me, if this is true, which from what we understand, Manny's got some pretty solid sources, that scares me. But if this is true, being a current LS7 owner, I love the idea of a new generation LS7 type of thing.
A high revving.
A high revving, which there was rumors a while back, if you remember, that they were talking about a smaller displacement, higher revving, like a 302.
Right.
In a potential next Z28, which never happened, but this falls in line with that, at least in terms of a naturally aspirated high revving engine.
Yeah. Jason, let me ask you. They produced Z28 in the 5th gen years for 2 years. How many did they make?
515 the first year. That was including the CTF cars. And then the second year, I think it was like 12 something. But total was like just about 1,800 cars, a little under 1,800 cars total.
Do you think there's room in the 6th gen for another Z28?
Yeah, I think if they build it, it would sell. I know a lot of guys are holding on and waiting for it. I mean, look at the sales, or not the sales, but the value of the 5th gen Z28. It was dropping like a tank in the low 40s for cars with only 2,000 miles on it. As soon as that car would drop, things would be like mid-low 30s, and everybody would be dumping 5th gens to get the 6th gen because they got to have the latest and greatest. You know? and a lighter platform.
What do you think this news here did to the resale values of the Z28s that are on the lots right now and people who have them?
I think it would go up.
Yeah.
You know, because it's going to be the last of the like flagship car, and if Camaro's really going to go away, which is rumored,
Yeah.
you know, so people are going to be holding tighter, and price points will be going back up to, you know, what I saw one yesterday. It was a white one with 2,300 miles, and it was a 15, and they only wanted 42 for it. You know, and I'm sure that'll go back up to probably like 50 now. You know, they'll probably pull the ad and say, "Oh, the car's not coming back. We're going to ask higher now."
Interesting.
I'm on eBay right now. Just did a quick search. Didn't find a buy it now, but 2015 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 Coupe air conditioning and audio feature.
So it's
Current
got
bid
that air.
at $20,100, but it still has 5 days to go. I'm gonna just watch this just to see where it goes. Oh, it looks good too. It looks like they buffed and polished it for days.
Now you said there was some CTF cars in 15 too, right?
Yes, there was 3 CTF cars, which I was never known about it. I was actually doing some research on cars for sale online when I don't have nothing to do, and I found a CTF car VIN number, and it was 003, and I was like, wait a minute, you know, usually the VIN numbers on the ZL1s and the CTFs are either 9799 or 9699, and then it follows the VIN. So this one was a 003, so I emailed somebody who was a GM employee, and they said, yeah, there was 3 CTF cars in 15. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Why
The one I saw was a red one, and I was looking at you know, because I was like, wow, maybe I should get it, but then it was gone like that.
Yeah. Now, and Al's car, Al's got number 1, right?
Yeah, his is a 14 number 1 with no air.
Wow.
True man's car.
A true man's
yeah.
car. Wow.
It's sweaty, all right.
Huh.
Wow, I don't. What
Little
are you
trivia
doing walking
there.
around with a memory like that?
Like you said, he's got nothing better to do.
Got nothing better to do. Work in the gym, then travel to Michigan.
Yeah. Here we go. 2015 Z28, 100 and what's it? 100 and where's some 107 miles went for 51,000.
Wow. 51,000?
What were they new? 75, right?
Yeah. They were
Yeah, they were
75.
up there, dude.
And then the dealers with the 20K markups on them.
Yeah, in the Bay Area, there were 20K, 75. So they were 95, 107. I saw window stickers at 107. And they were gone. Boom, sold, you know.
I know my dealer here said they sold their 2 Z28s to California dealers because they were willing to pay over 10,000 markup on
Yeah,
them.
because they were getting it. They were getting it.
So these people are nuts.
Bet
Nuts.
you feel stupid now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now you can buy it for 40 grand. You know, only
Wow.
3,000 miles on it.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I mean, I think we do have a business case here for a Z28.
I hope so, but it just doesn't sound good.
No. Like you said before, the hits just keep on coming.
Okay, so who can save us?
Well, apparently, Sean from Oceanside, who sent this in this week, believes it's Al Oppenheiser. Let me play this little. He created this little video which we played at the beginning, but let me play the whole thing. It's like 40 seconds, or less than that. Hold on.
Chief Engineer Al Oppenheiser. Years ago, you served Mark Royce and Mary Barra as the Chief Engineer of the most bitchin' car in the Chevrolet lineup, the Camaro. Now Mark Royce and Mary Barra need you again. The GM Board of Directors is populated with a bunch of NBA bean-counting dweebs who want to kill the Camaro and cancel the 6th-gen Z28. I placed plans for the new 6th-gen Z28 in this trash can with a flashlight. I need you to deliver the plans to Mark Royce and Mary Barra. They'll know what to do. Help us, Al Oppenheiser. You're our only hope.
Help us, Al Oppenheiser. You are our only hope. Well, I'm
Trash can with a flashlight.
That's great.
Yeah. I know it's kind of tongue in cheek and it's kind of half serious because, Al's gone. I mean, I'm sure he still has an input into what goes on at Camaro, even though he's moved over to the running the electric vehicles team. And Al listens to the show and he's seen the video and I'm sure he got a good chuckle out of it. Mm-hmm. But there are some people out there who think he is our savior.
I'd love to think so, but it's not like he can just walk in and say, "I'm back, and you're not going to do this."
Yeah,
And
it's
give me
not
my
like he
office.
can, like, I can picture, a big boot to the door of Mary Barra. Boom! I'm
Listen.
back.
Listen, bitch.
Wow.
It was a great parody, though, and during all this negative news.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
It was great to
pretty
see
cool.
somebody lighten it up by doing that.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess with the credibility of Manny and his site musclecarsandtrucks.com, it's boy. You know what? The sales if you're right, the figures may turn it around. They may say, you know what? All right, maybe we jumped the gun on this. If that's the case, I don't know. I can only hope for the best.
For some reason, that front end was just, it was like a nosedive when it got launched. I don't know. I mean, social media, there was a few sites and, we got caught up in the whirlwind as well, saying, we didn't like it. And then it just was like a downfall. No matter how much you tried to stop it, it just kept going and going.
Yeah.
It's a Dodge. It looks like a Morphodite Honda,
Morphodite
Yeah, who are the engineers, and it's like, they need to be canned. I was like, wow, it's just spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
They need to be shot. And
Yeah, it was getting bad.
We talked about that last week when we talked about when they launched the 98 Camaro on the 5th gen or the 4th gen, and they talked about how they compared it to a catfish. And if social media was around back then like it is today, on what would have happened? I mean, people were
would've tanked it.
crazy about the 4th gen. Said the only saving grace was they put the LS1 motor in it.
I think social media played a huge game on the Shock SEMA car front end.
Oh, of course.
And then everybody stood there and was looking at it and said, that should be the front end on the car. Why didn't they do that? I mean, I saw so many people stand there and look at it and go, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, but now it's here, so that's good.
yeah.
But you do have some people that ordered the front end because it was going to be discontinued too. I knew a few people that did that with 1LEs. I got to get the front end. I got to get it before it's gone.
I mean, it's gonna be a 1 year only
Yep.
car.
It's going to be a rare one.
Yeah, I don't know how many are produced. I mean, so far this year they produced.
They're done, right? The 19s are done.
I think so. I think so. So far, 24,516 cars total. I don't know how many of those are SSs.
Probably 8 or 12,000 maybe. That makes it rare, right?
Yeah.
Then you go down to 1
1 year
LEs.
only.
And then I got a 1 LE, and that limits it down more.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful if they ever have problems and they take it in for repair and need to get a front end or something changed. Oh, they don't make that anymore. You got to have the 20 front end.
It was a year ago next week that I saw that front end for the first time in person.
Oh, really?
And that's when I came back because I saw it at Camaro Fest
Okay.
in Bowling Green. And I came back, and that's when I said, yeah, you got to see this in person. It's not as bad as the images make it out to be, because it's complex. It's complex. There's no question about that. But you got to see it in person. But I think people are, to your point, Jason, I think people said, I've seen enough. I've made up my mind already.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and Al has publicly stated in forums and stuff like that he people were complaining about this, and he's, you know what, before he left, he put all this in motion before. This was a year ago. They listened to the customers. They're like, listen, this is what we're going to do. Boom, done. Then they're coming out with the LT1 model this year, which is going to be basically the Zero SS model. That's going to be a stripper SS, cheaper, and I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. I really do. I think they're going to it's going to go gangbusters with this car. And I'm hoping it does.
me too, man.
And let's see what they show at SEMA this year.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Yep.
Will there be a
Hey,
press event? No.
I just wish they refreshed the front end a lot sooner than what they did.
Well, you know how slow GM works.
Well, it's not easy. It probably had to go through all sorts of...
Validation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell you rough, yo.
Yeah.
Speaking of Camaro Fest.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Next week. Be there, be square, right?
That's right. And you, Chris, and I are going to be there.
Yeah, for the first time since... When was the Indy one? Which number was that one? 3 or 4?
Gosh, that was 2000... Is that 2010 or 11?
I don't remember. No, that was a lot later than that. Because I remember driving my ZL1 and I had Hop Slam with me.
Oh, side note.
Yeah.
Beer. I did something bad with beer yesterday.
Oh no. What do you mean?
Okay. Just bear with me, okay? I've never drank Natural Light before that I'm aware of in my life. And then I saw on a bunch of beer newsletters and sites that Natural Light came out with this beer called Natter Days. And it is a strawberry lemonade natty light.
Okay.
And everybody, even on Beer Advocate, is saying, hey, it's not bad. It's pretty refreshing. So I'm like, sounds like a winner to me. So I went out and picked up a $9 12-pack of it.
Oh, God.
I got through almost 2 of them before I said, never again am I drinking anything that's natty light.
Okay.
Or Milwaukee's Best or any of that. I don't care how they flavor it. I don't care if they flavor it with pizza and money. No. Not going to happen.
Okay.
So don't do it, no matter what the reviews say.
So people going to Camaro Fest next week, July 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, do not bring Jason any natty lights.
No, but Mike Lee is going to bring some more of that Texas beer, and it was good.
Yep. And that's where we're going to be, guys. We're going to be hanging out there. I'm sure we'll be at the parking lot parties, looking for you guys. We're going to be doing interviews, and it's going to be a good old time. So if you are not already planning on going, you should. Just head over to CamaroFest.org. All the information is there. GM's bringing a whole bunch of cars. We announced that exclusively here on our show. When was that? Like 3 weeks ago?
3 or 4 weeks ago, yeah.
We got to announce all the cars that GM is bringing. And
what are they bringing?
Let's see.
Remember here, Mike sent it to me. Let me find it.
Bringing, what, about 10 cars? Plus, they said a surprise car. They weren't going to let us know yet.
Probably
Did he text me? Did he message me? I mean, there's like a billion messaging
Facebook.
apps now. I got to take a look at.
It was on Facebook Messenger.
I bet you it's Shock and Steel edition.
Here we go. Let's see here. Do. Come on now. Oh, I didn't. Oh, did he? He sent it in a group, didn't he?
Yeah.
All right. That's why I couldn't find him directly messaging me. Hold tight. Did you find it, Chris?
Nope. Not yet.
Striking out here, but it's a bunch of cool stuff. Listen to episode number 218, and it should be in there. It might be just in our show notes. Sorry, gang.
My computer's bogged down with all these tabs open. Let's see.
They're bringing a bunch of cool Camaros. They're not screwing around, and they're probably going to just have professional business cards made that just say, no, I cannot comment on the recent rumors of this, that, and the other thing. So they can just hand it out. That way they don't have to. Here it is.
Oh, you think they're going to do
Oh,
that?
here we go.
I found it too. Dang it. Right at the same time.
20 model year LT1 convertible Summit White. 1920. 2020 LT1 Coupe Red. 2020 2SS convertible
Shock.
2023 LT convertible Rally Green, just like Al Oppenheiser's. And 2019 ZL1 Coupe Satin Steel. I don't even want to look at that one because I'll want to buy it.
And one more unnamed at this time.
That's right.
Shock and Steel edition. Or a red line. I heard they're bringing red line back.
Yep.
Z28.
Maybe they'll save Shock and Steel for SEMA.
Maybe they'll bring a Z28 out.
Oh, that'd be...
Just say you're all idiots.
They're like, boom. Yeah, right.
They would do that at like more of an auto show, huh?
I don't know. That's really reaching.
We could still
Really
hope,
reaching.
right? We could still hope.
Yeah. So, guys, head on over there. There's going to be road racing and drag racing and Camaro crossing and car shows and meet and greets and parking lot parties and booze and hooker. No.
And fire trucks and...
It's going to be a good time. CamaroFest.org. And come up and say hi to us. And
You guys have a blast. I wish I could go.
Sorry you can't make it, buddy.
I got other things slated. I'm going to do CamaroCon in Vegas.
which I'd like to go to as well.
That's a
Yeah,
couple weeks before SEMA, but
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before SEMA, so that would be one too many Vegas trips in 1 month for me.
but
I don't
Vegas
think
is
there is
short.
such thing.
Vegas is real short for me, so I just
Yeah, lucky you.
fly after work, stay Saturday, fly home Sunday. But yeah, I'll be going to SEMA, Chris. So I know you going this year, Jason.
Yeah,
It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
yeah. For the first time, I had to miss it last year.
Yep, it's gonna be awesome. Awesome. All right. You know what we have? We have voicemails we need to get through.
I can only imagine what
But
they are.
due to the length of the show, I think we're only going to get through 2. So I'll do the first 2, and we'll save the rest for next week. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan, man, because they're probably about recent news anyway.
All right, here we go. Here's the first one.
Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry if there's any background noise. I'm actually in the back of my work box truck right now. I wanted to ask you, what are the best free mods under $500 for a 5th gen Camaro? Now, don't go and say an intake because that's a gimme. Just throw out your input there. Maybe try to find something a little more unique, something that most people don't think of. That's not necessarily going to break the bank either.
Was that it?
It's still going. I don't know. I think okay. I don't know who it was. They didn't leave a name or their town or anything, but they want to know what is the best free mods under $500 for a 15 Camaro. So free under 500. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Stop right there. Well, best free mods.
Are free. I remember the 4th gen. Remember the 4th gen people? All these free mods and that they were doing on their cars.
Yeah, tricking the computer to do this and that other thing.
Yeah.
I can think of one thing under $500. Go get a dyno tune.
Dyno tune. There you go.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one on the 4th gen? I remember my friend did it, like removing the airbox or something.
Oh yeah, people would do it, removing all sorts of stuff, and the was the PVC. They would do something with the PVC valve. I don't know.
He spent hours doing it, taking it apart. And I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "More air."
More air. Free mods. We always say the best mods to do first is airbox.
Yeah, but he said not to do that, which again, doing an air intake on my L99 Camaro didn't do any good.
Yeah.
Not at all. There's zero vacuum at the factory. There's the fuse pull, which I don't even know if it's to reset the map for high octane fuel. You search around for that. I don't know how truthful that is. I mean, that's the thing about free mods is people swear that they're, that they work, but maybe not. Take the back seat out. That's an easy one. It's useless anyway. Yeah, lower weight. But then again, the cars, I'm striking out.
Yeah.
It just wasn't as easy as what it used to be.
Right. I think the best bang would be to get your computer done.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
Yeah. If you can get it dyno tuned, at least get a really good tune from someone who's reputable.
Mm-hmm.
Has done the same thing. So if you got an airbox or catback or something like that, they can tune for it.
Yeah. You know what? We used to be really good at this, and now we're just not.
Yeah, that's because we're
Jason,
old.
you got any thoughts?
No.
Good. I'm not the only one then.
Someone will say, "What's the one that's the controversial one? The catch can."
Oh, that was huge, right? I used to hear your warranty is voided if you have a catch can.
Yeah, I remember asking. I think it was Al. I can't remember. Yeah, I think
What did
it was.
he say?
He
If
goes,
it needed one, we would
if
have
he
put
needed
one on.
it, we would have put one on it from the factory. It doesn't need it.
No, I mean it does blow that oil back through.
Yeah. It's just
Not
people
bad.
didn't want it in their valley pan or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But people think they know more than a chief engineer, which is just fine for them if they want to. But I don't know, dude. I feel bad that we can't figure this one out for you just because they're just not as common as they used to. But I bet you we have a lot of listeners that are more than willing to throw their 2 bits in on the subject.
Yeah. Call in and let us know your favorite mods under $500 for a 5th gen. Let us know. All right. Before we move to the next voicemail, we just want to say, just give us a call. There's been a lot of news that's been happening the last couple weeks, and we got events going on. Do you have an event in your town or a question for us? Give us a call. Here's how.
Hey, want to be part of this show?
Well, we want to hear from you.
Just hit our digits at 586-486-3182, 24 hours a day.
Leave us a message, and we'll feature it in an upcoming show.
So what are you waiting for? Do it now.
Do it now. All right, let's see. We got another one here. And let's go.
Hey, Chris and Jason. This is Tony Hunter from Camaro Family, biggest Camaro page on Instagram. Anyway, as you guys got the news that the Drive article that was written by Chris Suey about the Camaro taking a break in 2023, I'm sure that you guys will probably talk about it this week. But anyway, I just had some thoughts about it. Does stopping the production hurt the hobby? I know that the younger generation now can just go down to the dealership and buy one, so they're, like those people are flooding into the Camaro hobby, but I guess that's going to hurt that part. But what are your thoughts on the rest of it? What did you see last time when they stopped production of the Camaro after the 4th gen? So I also had another point. I was going to say that I was going to call when I heard that Al got moved over to the electric EV division, and I was going to call and just kind of poke fun and say, oh, well, maybe Chevrolet or GM's kind of moving him over there because they want to use his talents, but also they want to put him somewhere where he's going to be effective because the Camaro program could be going away. And I guess maybe that was more of a reality that I was thinking about than originally expected. But anyway, I wanted to say thanks for having this great podcast, and I'll keep listening, and I guess we'll talk later. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for that message, Tony Hunter from from the Camaro family's biggest page on Instagram.
Yeah, he's a huge page, man.
So he has a couple questions here. He first wants to know if this is going to hurt the Camaro hobby. If the car goes back on hiatus or shelved or whatnot, do you think that's going to hurt the hobby? And what did we see the first time it went away? And then third, he was kind of talking about how Al got moved and how that he was thinking maybe that's why the Camaro program got shelved or whatever. I don't know. It's all speculation. But anyways, let's start with the first one. Do you think if the Camaro does go back on hiatus or gets, stopped for whatever reason, that it's going to hurt the hobby?
Define hurt. Like the hobby's already hurting if they do pull it.
Well, the muscle car segment in general is shrinking.
Well, Ford and Dodge don't seem to think so, as far as we know, anyway.
Well, their numbers are going down as well.
Yeah, that's just weird. Hurt the hobby? No, I don't think so, because then that people will just do exactly what we talked about earlier. They'll go back to the previous generations or just when they were made and buy up the Z28s, buy up the ZL1s. I may or not do that. It's crazy.
That's what happened when the car went away in 2002. People were buying up 4th gens.
Mm-hmm.
But what you saw with the 5th gen and the reemergence of the Camaro is, and we talked about this so many times on our podcast, is that these aftermarket companies were just lining up 10 deep to just get at the new car and produce aftermarket stuff for it. And we saw SEMA just blow up after Camaro came back.
True. Yeah, that hobby will definitely suffer. I don't know. I mean, are there any companies even making any like 4th generation Camaro parts anymore, new stuff? I don't think so.
No.
But would they continue with 5th gen and 6th gen stuff? I think they might.
Yeah.
Case in point, they're still coming out with C6 Corvette new items. And I know that just because I have one and I'm kind of got my finger on that pulse. So will it hurt it? Of course it will. But will it kill it? I don't think so.
No.
People are always going to want to go fast in a Chevrolet. And if they can't afford a Corvette, they're going to have to find something else.
Yeah. And that's something, when the Camaro went away, I had to look for something else to buy. And as I would never, in my life even think about buying a freaking Mustang. I got into a Corvette, and then I figured out that that Corvette wasn't for me either.
Yeah. In fact, I don't think I'd ever let anybody even on this show that has a Mustang.
Let alone a GT500. God.
Yeah.
Hey, they didn't make the Mustang, or they didn't make the Camaro when I had that. So,
Well, I guess that's your excuse.
yeah. But hey, all I own is GM now.
That's right. That's right. And Chris, you went and bought a Corvette, and you said, not for me. But that was also 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was nice. It was nice. I had a C6 Corvette. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful car. It just wasn't for me.
Yep. And now I have a Corvette, and I'm like, I'm old. It fits. I like it.
What did they say at BBOMG about Corvettes?
Douchebags. Yeah, but
That's
we
right.
we always know that though.
All
Jeans,
right.
shorts
Okay. All
wearing,
right.
You know.
Shut up.
Let's see. He touched on Al being moved, and then he was wondering if that's the reason why the Camaro's shelved. I don't think so. I think Al is a great engineer and a great talent, and they recognize that. And if the future is going to be electric, who better for that position than Al? That's what I think.
Yeah. No, they just moved him to where they said, we think we need you the most.
Yeah.
This
Al
guy's page
said-
has got, what, 372? That's a lot.
What?
372,000 followers on his
Oh, on his Instagram page. Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's huge. He's definitely huge.
I don't know where he's at, but I think he might be in the Bay Area. I don't know.
He is.
Yeah.
I talked to him.
From
When
where you
I
are.
when I had the opportunity to buy the Copo, he gave me a call and he helped me brainstorm. Didn't come out, but it sure was nice of him to try to put his thoughts in my head.
I think,
as
where's
well.
he, did he say he lived? What, San Jose or something?
I don't recall exactly, but I know I believe he's out in that area.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
So
All
there's
right, we got time for one more, dude.
no, we're way past. So we got 2 more voicemails. We'll just keep those. We'll save them for the next time. But just a reminder, we're going to be at Camaro Fest next week. So come out and see us. Come out and hang with us. It's going to be a great time. Oh, my God. I
Chris, you
can't
got
wait.
your Camaro Show shirt, right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Sure do.
We'll be wearing them.
Yep.
Black shop shirts, Camaro Show.
Yep. That's going to be hot.
For the big Italian and the chubby bald guy. Mr. Jason Port, thank you so much for being part of this show. Just kind
No
of a
problem.
casual drop in. We appreciate you being here.
I was in Michigan this week, so it was very cool to join you guys. And you guys have a great time. I'll be waiting for the photos, watching online from the event.
Absolutely. And then you can post them on CamaroNews.com.
Yeah, I'll share.
Yeah. Nice.
That's right. Cool.
All right, guys. We will be back at it next week. The show may be delayed by probably 6 or so hours. Normally, I release them Sunday mornings, but I'll be still in Nashville with you, and then when I get back, I'll put it together and release it. So it'll be
Get
delayed.
your liver ready.
Yeah, get your. Oh boy, nice.
Nice. Sounds like Vegas.
Oh God, like I said, more beer, less country.
Everybody calls it Nash Vegas now.
Wow, really?
Really?
Oh yeah, downtown Nashville is like Vegas without the casinos.
Oh, interesting.
Except there's no shopping. It's just
So a lot of strip
it
clubs.
is like
and
a
stuff?
mile straight of nothing but bars.
Wow.
Vegas is like a lot of eating and shopping now. I don't even see it as like they want you to eat, and
Yeah.
shop. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
And this is eat and drink, listen to country music. Eat and drink, listen to country music. So Chris,
I got 2
Bring
out
your
of the 3.
earplugs.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
See ya.
See ya. Thanks for listening to The Camaro Show.
Don't forget, drop us a voicemail at 586-486-3182.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.